Hello, hello. Welcome to Fireside Chat with Kimberly and happy Pride. It's my first show of June, so just wanted to extend the excitement for Pride Month. Thanks so much for being here tonight. Of course, I am always so honored for you all to be here with me. Thank you to VegKey, the sponsor for this week's talks. Prize packs for this month's contests have been graciously donated, as always, by Hodo Foods, Follow Your Heart, Cinnaholic, Revolution Gelato, Terra Seed, Fabulous, Rebel Cheese, and VegKey. How can you get in on these amazing prize packs? Head on over to virtualvegfest.com, click on the contest tab for details, fill in your info, submit. It's that easy. You're entered into this wish pond of these amazing uh, prize packs. Anyway, hello. Hi, Susan. Thanks so much for being here. How are we all? Hey, Diane. Thank you for being here. All right. Good stuff. So many of you know the deal. Say hello. If you've got comments, questions on anything I'm saying, put them in the comments. If you've got comments, questions on something completely unrelated to what I'm talking about, put those in the comments too. That's the whole reason I'm here. I'm here to answer all of your vegan lifestyle related questions, have a conversation about them. I come here prepared with a topic of sorts so that we have something to do in case no one has comments or questions. So here we are. Please, I encourage you to engage. We always have way more fun when everyone gets involved. Well, this evening, I wanted to talk about my trip to Citi Field last week. It was my first baseball game probably since 2018, maybe 2017. Oh, hello, CJ. CJ is my nephew. He is 8 and he's amazing and wonderful. Oh, hello. Love him. Thanks, Mom. So finally got to Citi Field and oh, what a perfect day it was. It wasn't it wasn't too hot, it wasn't too cold. The sun was out here and there, but there was also clouds, so it never got like way too uncomfortable to be outside. And there's vegan options at Citi Field. If any of you follow my blog, you know that I've posted about the Mets multiple times. Um, and I'm actually going to give you a link to a blog about opening day, which links has some information about vegan food at Citi Field, and then also has a link to an article about other ballparks that have vegan options as well. So I was incredibly excited to get to Citi Field, to be in the same space with my New York Mets, of course, but also to give a try to this new place in Citi Field, at least new since I've been there. I'm actually not sure when they implemented it, called Vegan City. So cool. It is a kiosk, so it's not part of like a main concession stand or anything, but it is a kiosk. It's in section 105 of Citi Field, and that's in my blog too. So when I link it, you can find the info there, and also of course on their website. But we had seats that were super close. We did splurge. We wanted to have like a really good, comfy time, and we don't get to go often, so we were in what's called the Delta Club. So we'll talk about that in a minute. But so we went out over to section 105 to check out Vegan City, and they have the Beyond sausage with peppers and onions. They have I feel like it's an Impossible Burger, not the Beyond Burger. But anyway, it's one of those vegan burgers with vegan cheese. And they have two versions. You get one just with cheese, or you get the Vegan City Burger, which has like pickled onions and pico. It's so good. They also have nachos. We can have vegan nachos at Citi Field, cheese and all. So exciting. I did not try the nachos. I'm sad to say. I was pretty full after the sausage. And then I'll admit that I went back for the Vegan City Burger, not to the Vegan City kiosk itself, but within the Delta Club, that was the one vegan option that I saw. And when you're sitting in the Delta Club, you can order from your phone. They have a whole thing. You either order it and like set it up to pick it up, or you order it and a runner will drop off your food for you right at your seats. So awesome. No vegan options there. I'm not even sure Cracker Jacks were listed. There were some snacky foods, and not even Cracker Jacks were on there. So it was all like animal-based stuff. So when I got the survey from Citi Fields asking how my experience was at the Mets game, I let them know that the Delta Club is significantly lacking in vegan options and that it would be awesome to see more vegan options there. And of course, I mentioned how grateful I was that Vegan City was an option and that it's available and so easy to access no matter where you sit. So everyone in the entire stadium can get to Vegan City in section 105. There's also within that marketplace, there's the Melissa's, which is lots of fresh produce and stuff. So you can even get snacks like fruit in order to have at the game. So cool. They do have Dole Whip as well, both the pineapple and the strawberry version. And I didn't get to either of those. um, on- Once we had come back to our seats, the game was so good. Like I didn't really get up again much after that. And there was no option to have Dole Whip delivered to my seat. So next time I'll make sure to get that before I sit down. But how amazing that, I was thinking when I first like the first time I was in City Field, I was vegetarian, but even as a vegan a couple years later, I think like my vegan options were like Cracker Jacks, right? I don't even think they had expanded to anything vegan and literally peanuts and Cracker Jacks. So you could have literally taken me out to the ball game and bought me those things. Anyway, I digress. But it's just so amazing, right? To see how we're showing up everywhere and our food, like food for us is showing up everywhere. And it it fits right in with what everyone else is eating. And we've talked a lot about that on the show lately, right? We talk about how just, normalizing veganism and making people not feel like it's something out of reach or it's something people don't understand or it makes you the outcast or makes you the weird one in your group when I'm sitting with my Beyond Sausage and Peppers or my Vegan City Burger, and the person, in the next row over has, a sausage or a burger. Like upon like quick glance, you can't tell who's eating what. So we are, we are able to blend in that way. And then make it seem not so strange. And you don't have to go like out of your way or bring your own food or whatever, which is just it's so awesome. So, what are you guys seeing? I don't know how many of you are baseball fans, so if there's another sport that is your favorite and you've got feedback on their stadiums or arenas, uh, you know, drop it in the comments and let us know what your experience has been. So, in addition to City Field, which has lots of vegan options. Yankee Stadium is mileage wise only a few minutes away from City Fields, but there's never not traffic, right? So I mean, it's like when we were leaving the stadium, it was a day game that we went to, so it was like right in rush hour traffic. It had started to rain while we were leaving, and my other complaint about City Field is that the parking lot getting out of there is so painful. It just takes so long. It's not conducive for the amount of people that need to leave at one time. So it took us over an hour to even get to the part um, to where Yankee Stadium was. So sometimes it can be quite a drive. But anyway, so Yankee Stadium they have the Oatly soft serve. I understand. I believe they also have um, vegan sushi and edamame as an option, and they serve field roast. So you can get field roast dogs and burgers at Yankee Stadium. I couldn't find anything about Yankee Stadium having vegan cheese, but that was just a quick search there. So those are my two our two New York baseball teams. But Dodger Stadium also is super vegan friendly. They serve like Beyond Burgers and sausages, tempeh nachos. How cool! Tempeh at a baseball park. I love it. I love it because, tempeh is something that I think a lot of people still are unfamiliar with if you're not already in kind of the vegan plant-based space, right? So that is really cool that people just showing up to watch their favorite team see that on the menu. I wonder how many people consider themselves foodies would go, I wonder what that is. That sounds really interesting and give it a try, and not even considering the fact that it was vegan. They also have Follow Your Heart cheese there at Dodger Stadium. So, yes to that. Globe Life Field, that is hard to say. That's where the Texas Rangers play. They also have Oatly soft serve, and was actually in 2019 ranked one of the most vegan friendly parks in Major League Baseball. They have ballpark nachos with vegan queso. They also serve field roast. Awesome. And they have the Morningstar corn dogs. Those are vegan. I know not all of Morningstar products are vegan yet, but I think by 2024 is when they said that they would be. And they also have Beyond Burgers. And I'm not going to run through a list. I'm actually going to post a link in the comments shortly so that you guys can get all of this information on your own time. But, I want to leave some time for you guys to make some comments. Let me know what you're thinking about. Target Field. This is cool, right? Because Target Field is where the Twins play, which is in Minneapolis, Minnesota, which is also where the herb, herbivorous herbivorous butcher, whoa, is located. So they have a ton of their food there, from their Italian sausages and brats. They have vegan hot dogs. They've got a bunch of different options from the herbivorous butcher. I'm so sorry if I'm saying that weird. I don't know why my brain can't even wrap my head around it. They also have vegan ice cream cookie sandwiches. Ah, that is amazing. And then one more comment on vegan options at baseball parks. Wrigley Field in Chicago, where the Chicago Cubs play, they have vegan versions of Chicago dogs. I don't know what those are, but I believe they're piled high with lots of stuff, like things like relish and whatnot, which is not uncommon for a hot dog. It's very uncommon for any hot dog I've ever eaten. I love pickles, but not relish. Weird. And they have Oatly soft serve there as well. So, where are you guys going this summer? Are you doing any trips to, sporting events or concerts? I'll be at MetLife Stadium, almost called the Giant Stadium, still a habit no matter how many years. I don't even remember when it changed over to MetLife Stadium, but here in New Jersey, where the New York Giants, the football team, play, I'll be at a concert there in September. So that'll be exciting. I'll have to do some research on what the vegan options are there at Giant Stadium and report back on my experience then. So that'll give you something to look forward to. Won't catch me there for a football game, but that's another issue. Comment. Maybe we'll talk about it some other time. Football as a whole. But yeah. So I'll keep you posted on that. But what are you guys doing this summer? Where are you going? What is what kind of events are you attending? Do you need help figuring out like what their vegan options are? Most of the places have stuff online, right? I mean, City Fields, they break it down from vegetarian and vegan. So I was really disappointed to see that City Field has vegetarian hot dogs, but not vegan ones. Like, come on. Why couldn't you just get vegan hot dogs and accommodate all of us? That would be so awesome. Hey, Joanne, thanks for being here. Oh, that sounds cool. Sailing in New England from in July and August. Good for you, Joanne. I New England probably is pretty vegan friendly, I hope. I know that of course also New England is all about seafood and all of that. But yeah, what about where will you where will you be sailing? Will you be stopping off in different like areas? Like what's the vegan scene like up there? I don't really know. I was in Boston years and years ago, of course. And, there's vegan options in Boston, but and a couple in Connecticut on the drive up. But I don't have much insight into that. So good luck to you, Joanne. Enjoy that. It sounds wonderful and amazing and beautiful, I'm sure. Um, awesome. Oh, and you know what? While we give it a minute to see if anyone else has anything to say, um, I wanted to just because it's starting to get warm. This is not a plug. I have no connection to this company. You can pick a different one if you want, but starting to get warm, which means bugs are coming in, right? Flying in through your windows, through your doors, sneaking in through the cracks in the wall, and you've got to get them out of the house. Oh, it really sounds like I'm doing a paid commercial, and I'm totally not. But I just want to remind you that this nifty little thing, being, uh, which is disappearing because of my green screen, but it's a bug catcher. There we go. I put it in front of my face. You guys can see it. And so you can open it. See how that orange piece is disappearing? And what you do is you just put the little plastic top on top of the bug, being careful not to catch any of their legs, right? And then you slide the bottom to close it. Again, keeping an eye out for their legs. And then you can safely carry them outside. And because it's got this handle, you can just you can put it down very easily, open it up, and then lift it so you're not like shaking the bug out trying to get them out of the jar or anything. You don't have to leave a jar outside. This is a lot smaller, and there's no risk. Like with the jar, you get a piece of mail or something, and and you risk of having the bug escape before you get them out of your home. It's just and it was like $10. You can find it on Amazon and probably elsewhere if you're not into Amazon. Totally cool. But yeah, it's like $10. We have two of them in the house. One we keep up here upstairs, and then we keep one on the main level of the house. And that allows us to rescue all of the little creatures who show up and uh, and need to be released outside. Oh, great, Joanne. Awesome. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, that's not everybody is like dying to go out to eat every time they're in a new place, right? So being self-sufficient, being vegan, being able to provide your own food and be comfortable with what you've brought and like that's awesome and good for you. Good for you, Joanne. I love it. Way to be prepared, right? Yeah, it is. I love it so much. 'Cause I'm telling you, when I would try always with like a business card or whatever. Oh, it's green, so it's disappearing. Ah, and like like a jar, and then you always risk of them sneaking out, whatever. And then what if you drop them? And it's like a whole thing. I've got this whole story I tell myself. So literally just catch them in here. And it's not airtight, so you're not going to suffocate the bug as you walk out of the house. And like I said, you just let them down wherever, put the little box down, open it up. They're free to go. I think it's really cool. And I encourage, if you need something to check out something like this. I think there are ones too that suck the bugs up into like a little thing, but that seems pretty violent, and I just can't imagine that they would survive or at least be in one piece after going through something like that. So keep an eye out for the one that's manual. Okay, cool. Well, that was my little plug for that thing, which again, I just love it. That's why I'm telling you about it. And I think it's really nice for the bugs too. So yeah, if you're heading out to a baseball park, oh, let me give you guys the links. So the first link is, oops, of course, I'm having trouble copying it. This link is to my blog from April for opening day. So it's all about my love for the Mets, but also about where to find vegan food at Citi Field. And within there is a link to this article, which is from 2021. This article I'm about to post. So it's not updated for 2022, but it could give you a good idea of what to expect. And of course, every Major League Baseball team, they kind of their websites are all kind of the same. So if you just go to the venue from your favorite teams, or the team you're visiting to their website, and then you can select the venue, like Citi Field, for example, for the Mets, and then dining, and you'll be able to find all the vegan options there. Oh, Susan, that's so cool, and they cook it separately. So Susan said last time she went to the Asheville baseball park, one vendor had no evil foods Italian sausage sandwich, which they cook separately. That's awesome. That's the one thing I love about the vegan city at City Field is that it's its own kiosk. And they threw my sausage and my husband's Impossible Burger on the grill and cooked it there. So it's being cooked separately as well. I love that that is also a thought that places are having now too. It's not enough to just have a vegan option. They're doing things like making our food separately, and that is really cool, and I really appreciate that. And I think that it's important when we go to these venues that we do fill out those surveys and that we do tell them not just, if you think there could be better options or more options, great, include that. But also tell them what was great and what you appreciate about what they've done so far. No one wants to hear, even when there's no, even if they don't have an emotional attachment, the person reading your survey, maybe they hate their job and they don't care, but nobody wants to hear just bad stuff, right? So and tell them what they did that was great, and that's what I did on my survey to City Field. I said, "I'm so thankful that Vegan City is there now, and that you could get the one vegan option within the Delta Club." But also, like, within the Delta Club, like, people are spending a lot of money to sit there. There need to be more options. I think that's great. Start small, build it up, but I just don't see how how that stuff wouldn't sell, but that's me. Mm. Anyway, thank you all so much for being here and for letting me go on about baseball and vegan food and whatever. Every week it's something different. And I just appreciate it. Our time is valuable. And I know that you could be easily doing something else, but you're here with me. And that means so, so much to me. So thank you. Thank you so much. Have an amazing week. I'm back here on Wednesday with the stew. We are talking about women and women's rights and so that connection to the females within the animal agriculture industry. And we'll see where that goes. So please join us. It will be an amazing conversation for sure. Difficult, of course, but important and something that we need to talk about. So I'll be back here, like I said, on Wednesday for the stew, and then of course next Monday back at Fireside Chat. Thank you so much. Have an amazing week. I love you all. Bye.